The feds have come out since yesterday and said that we are not going to raise the interest rates due to the fact that we have seen some economic stability for what their parameters are, and that's a good thing. However, the one thing, and also the chart that they pulled up that you can see right here, gives us an idea that the next couple of years are not going to be too exciting for anybody that's looking to get out of credit card debt or has a significant amount of debt from the consumer side, or if they're looking to get into a home. So their range, as you see this here on our current monitor, they have a current trajectory of dropping from mid fives, so 5.5 to 5.675, to dropping down to about 5.25 in 2024, then dropping down to about 5 by 2025, and maybe a little bit below. And then into 26, we have roughly 4.75 or 4.5. So that gives us a long run and a challenge when it comes to getting into a home, because as I just talked to my team the other day, we were thinking we get into election year, they will continue to drop rates, and ultimately we'll be back into a more of a even market where we feel like we have a lot more activity and a lot more people jumping in and buying a property because the interest rates have fallen back to maybe 5%. Granted, these rates don't go off what the bond market shows, which the bond market ultimately is the determining factor of the mortgage rates. However, the terrible challenge with the next 2 years is we are going to be consistently high in interest rates on consumer debt, which will ultimately put pressure on affordability, which will keep a lot of people out of the real estate purchasing game, or even we talk about GDP growth and also the consumer consumption. That's going to be drastically reduced over the next 1.5 to 2 years because these interest rates are going to stay significantly higher. And know that the debt that we have as the United States is going to consistently be more expensive, because not only does this affect your and my pocketbook or anybody that is an everyday citizen, but it also affects the whole economy of the United States. The challenge is if we have $3 trillion in debt, $4 trillion in debt, that amount of money with the interest rates staying high is going to significantly increase over the next 2 years because it's staying higher than what we've had in the past couple of years. I'm not telling anybody here that we should go back to 2.5% or 3%. What I am saying is we need to realize that these higher interest rates are going to affect us for the long run. And I thought we would be back, and what I've said before, I thought we would be back in maybe a 4.75% or 4.5% on the mortgage rate side quicker than everybody really realizes. However, that's not what they said on this update yesterday as of September 20th. It's September 21st today, 2023. So really make sure that if you are working with clients and or if yourself, make sure you pay down that consumer debt, because that debt's going to stay significantly higher than what we've seen in the years past, the last 10, 15 years, and really make sure that you're adding value if you're on the sales side, or you're walking people through and or walking yourself through, this is how much my expenses are going to be, and they're going to stay this expensive for the next 1 to 2 years. Sometimes we'll see the feds increase interest rate and then drop it down after 6 months or a year, but it looks like they're going to stay steady at where it's at today. So you guys can, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for following me. I'll check you guys on the next video that we do here.